Okay guys, so I've already prepped my eye base. I use from my favorites, you know, my October favorites. If you haven't watched it, I use the Kiss for my eyebrows, and I literally just draw them on. I haven't been really like arching my brows lately. And then I did use the Koi Voca concealer, carve that out, and then to set my base, and I set that with sienna powder. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take the Saharan 2 palette. I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Taza in the corner, and we're gonna sweep this in our crease. Ever since I got this palette, honestly, it's all I've been reaching for. Look how pigmented this is. Like, I don't even have to do that much work, honestly, and it just does what it do. Okay guys, so I'm gonna take the ColourPop lipstick in the shade Friday. This is their ultra matte lipstick, and yes, I'm gonna place this all over my lid, and the applicator is perfect for this, honestly. And don't worry if it's messy, you're gonna go ahead and set that powder anyway. So in the Saharan by Juvia's Place, this is the original one. This is what that one looks like. I'm gonna take my Morphe E15 brush. We're gonna take Chad, and we're gonna press that and set that lip color. Working with black, it can get messy really quickly. So I'm gonna pat this dry, pat it on there. And don't worry about how messy it looks. You're gonna go in with the transition color stuff. So going back in with my Sedona Lace brush, I'm going to take the shade here called Baby Talk. It's a really pretty pinkish color by ColourPop, and it's so pretty. It's very bright, and we're going to use that back in the crease to clean up that dark color. See how beautifully it diffuses that out? I hope you guys can see. And don't worry if your original transition color gets lost in the sauce. We will go back in later and put that in. I'm going to take another brush. I'm going to take my Morphe E22 brush. I'm going to go back into the Saharan 2 and go back into that transition color. I'm going to take Taja again and just put it right back on the outside just to diffuse out that color. You want it to be nice, you know, transitions. You don't want it to be so stark. I love when you have like an eye look and it just comes together. I'm gonna go back into Baby Talk. That's the color we used in the crease, and I think I'm gonna build that a lot more lower. So we're gonna go back into the Saharan 2 palette, and we're gonna take that shade Nomad, and we're literally gonna pop that right on our lids. And it has like gold reflex in it. It's so beautiful. Okay guys, so I'm back with my lashes and my eyeliner on. Actually, for my eyeliner, I did use, if you guys don't know, Juvia's Place does sell eyeliner, so I used the Juvia's Place eyeliner. This is the black one. It comes in a set with the brown one. Okay, so I've already moisturized my face. I'm going to prime my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish primer. And to set my primer in, I'm going to take the Maybelline loose powder in the shade 40 Deep, and I'm gonna put that all over my face. Honestly, ever since the last video, I have been seriously loving this powder. And if you wanted to know how the Maybelline foundation lasted, it lasted really long. I kept looking at my face like, why isn't it getting oily? I'm an oil producer, so even, you know, long-lasting foundations, the only one that I have seen, okay, the only one that I have seen that has lasted all day is my Kat Von D. So even though I'm saying, okay, Fenty may have, I take it back. I love, and I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty today, but nothing, it seems like honestly, nothing is beating my Kat Von D, and I've been keeping from using it just because, you know, I used it for so long on my channel and I don't want you guys to get sick of it. So, oh, by the way, I don't like this for setting under my eye because it was doing something funny in the video, and I find that it does do something, but it's great for setting my entire face in this step right here. I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty foundation. This is in the shade 480. I forgot this is a pump. And I'm going to use a foundation brush. I've gone back to using foundation brushes, and this sinks right into my brush, so I have to apply quickly. Ugh, I love this foundation, like honestly. And I'm gonna pump it onto my face instead because I don't want my brush to eat it up. I'm sure by now everybody has the Fenty Beauty foundation already. I mean, look, my God, it still gets me each time. I'm telling you guys, this gives me Maybelline Fit Me kind of feel, except for the Maybelline Fit Me is slightly thicker than Fenty Beauty, but I live for this foundation. I live for it. I'm gonna bring it down. We don't want no demarcation. I'm gonna drag this all the way down my neck. Okay guys, so I'm gonna take my ColourPop concealer in the shade 75. And honestly, I have resulted to just, I'm not doing a lot of concealer anymore. I really don't need it. And I think it really does make me oily. So I've been taking the littlest amount, literally this, and that's it. I realized that the more concealer I put, the more oily I get. So as long as I get that brightening effect from it, like this did what I needed it to do. So this is without it here, and then this is with it blended out, and it's perfectly fine with me. I'm going to take my Celebre Pro HD Cream Foundation in the black shade, and I'm gonna cream contour. I'm just gonna put this on the hollows of my cheeks like this. Just the tiniest amount, because you don't want to overdo it, honestly. I'm gonna put a little bit around the perimeter, and without dipping it back into the foundation, I'm putting a little down my nose. Alright, let's go ahead and set our face. I'm using my Benai powder in the shade Sienna. I'm gonna place that right on top of where I put my concealer. And then to set my whole entire face, I'm gonna take my powder brush by Morphe, and I'm gonna use my Maybelline powder that we used earlier, and we're gonna use that to set our whole entire face. And once you powder, you lose a little dimension, and so I'm gonna go back into that brush, and I'm gonna take Scandal by Makeup Geek and put that back into the hollow of my cheeks, just to add a little bit of a soft contour back into those areas. And then for blush, I'm going to take Forever Blush by Coastal Scents. This is in the shade Passionate. It's so pretty. This is really gonna tie into our face, and this blush is pigmented, but we want that pigment today. How pretty is this blush? Like, these blushes, people are sleeping on them. Coastal Scents has always made one of the best blushes in my opinion, and they're so affordable. So if you haven't tried them, look how big this is. This will last you forever. Now let's go back in and finish our eye makeup. I'm gonna take my Morphe E36 brush. It's a little tiny tapered brush. I'm gonna go back in with the shade Zora in the Juvia's Place palette and smoke out the bottom lash. And then we're gonna take shade Taza right next to it and put that on the bottom part just to tie in that color. I really want my eyes to pop. So I'm gonna take that eyeliner from Juvia's Place and I'm gonna line my waterline with it. I haven't done eyeliner in my waterline in a long time, so we're gonna take that black and put it in our waterline. So I'm gonna go in with my Better Than Sex mascara. These are the mascara I save for when I really want that like boom eye look. Y'all know we need an inner corner. Y'all know we need an inner corner. I'm gonna go back in with the shade. This is Aziza in the palette, in the Saharan 2 palette. So pretty. Yeah, I cannot wait to put this all over my eye. This color is literally one of my favorites in the palette. I wonder what this will look like as a highlighter. Should we do it? I'm gonna take the tiniest amount, literally the tiniest amount. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna use it as a highlighter. This might be an utter fail or it's gonna be amazing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my face with my Makeup Forever Fix. Actually, I'm gonna take my Mario Badescu Rose Water first. And then I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Forever. And we're gonna go back in with Aziza on a Morphe highlighter brush just to see what this is gonna do. Oh my gosh, Juvia's Place. I don't know if you're watching. If you can make Aziza into a highlighter, like a highlight reflex, I tell you, girl. I'm gonna take Bougie by Koivoka. Such a pretty highlight shade. Look at this. And I'm gonna go right on top of it. Girl, you don't need much. I overdid it. I overdid it already. We're gonna take the ColourPop matte lipstick. We're gonna take it in the shade, the same shade Friday, that black lip. We're gonna outline our lip with that. And I'm gonna shade the edges in like this. And you want to hurry before it dries. And then I'm going to take my Stila Stay All Day lipstick in the shade Chianti. I'm gonna place that in the middle. And while we're doing that, you're gonna mix it in with the black. I'm gonna take ColourPop in the shade Circles and place that right in the middle. Wow, this has to be one of my favorite looks I've done in a while. And I'm gonna get myself together and I will be right back, guys. Y'all know I like to shimmer. Y'all see this little shimmer on my body? This is the Melanie Mills Gleam Body Radiance highlighter in the shade Light Gold. When you put this on your skin, girl, you need this. You need this. It is beautiful. I take it. It's like, I'm gonna put a little bit on. When you take it, it's very scary because look, it's literally pure gold. Like, it looks gold, and then when you rub it in, oh my gosh, it just leaves this like gold film on your skin. It's, a lot of times when I want to film certain things and I'm like, oh, my skin is a little dull, I just pop a little bit of this on here and it just kind of like, it really wakes me up. Thank you guys so much for putting up with me. There is going to be a lot of big things coming for this channel, a lot of big changes, a lot of fashion, just a lot of things that are going to be coming. I am enjoying filming for you guys. I'm enjoying your comments and your questions and anything like that. You guys, you can ask me questions on Instagram or my Snapchat. I will always make sure I answer it. Until next time, bye.